Enlightenment is a state. It is a state where you are free from the mind. Modern understanding of the human mind only began in the 1500s. This understanding is still underdeveloped compared to what the sages had intuited thousands of years ago. The sages who lived in the forests and hills of India. These sages saw the matrix of the human mind as having 4 dimensions to it. The first dimension they saw is what they called it as Manus, or the thinking mind. You could compare this thinking mind to a subway station where there are constant trains of thoughts that keep coming and going on the same tracks. So same thoughts, same emotions over and over the years, again and again. This is Manus. The second layer in this matrix of the mind is Ahankara, sense of an egoic self, which tends to own, and its primary purpose is to identify. Now, when the thought trains of fear arise, Ahankara says, "I am afraid." When thought train of anger arise, Ahankara says, "I am angry." Ahankara is that ignorant tendency to constantly identify. It's again a habit to identify with everything that arises in this subway station of thought. The third matrix of the mind, Buddhi, or the intellect. Intellect or Buddhi is the discriminatory agency. This is built because of years of conditioning. It divides thoughts as good thoughts, bad thoughts, thoughts that should be, thoughts that should not be. This constant dividing, constant naming, constant comparing. This is the third activity that goes on within the matrix of the mind. The fourth layer of this matrix of the mind is Chitta, or awareness. This is a process of self-observation. This process of self is awareness to reflect back on what thought is arising, building into an emotion. This entire process is the seat of wisdom. When your Chitta becomes active, and your Chitta becomes more active, you become a wiser human being. It is only when you are enlightened, you are free of your entanglement with the 4 matrices, that you can make intelligent decisions in life. Remember, your mind is not the source of intelligence. Intelligence is a property of consciousness that's present throughout this universe. As long as you are not enlightened, you are within the matrix. But when you become enlightened, you move out of this matrix. You are like an eagle that is soaring above everything. You have an expansive view of situations and life circumstances. Intelligent decisions and powerful actions becomes possible.